let's talk about something that's becoming way too common. A brutal heat wave hits, and then boom, the power goes out. This isn't just about being uncomfortable, it can be incredibly dangerous. So, we're going to walk through an essential survival guide, and it's all based on a report from Virtualization Options LLC. They're a technology and infrastructure research group out of Colorado that breaks down exactly how to handle the situation.
And look, this is not some far off what if scenario. This is real. That's a quote from Maria, who lived through a blackout in California just last year. Her story really hits home just how high the stakes are. When the AC cuts out, your home can go from a sanctuary to a serious hazard, fast. So why does it feel like this is happening more and more? Well, it is. Let's get into the weeds on this growing threat and talk about why we all need to start taking hot weather power failures a lot more seriously.
The impact on our health is just staggering. During a big blackout on the eastern seaboard in 2023, hospitals saw a 300% jump in heat-related emergency room visits. And get this, that was within just 48 hours of the power going dark. Think about that for a second. And no, this isn't just a string of bad luck. Our power grid is really struggling. We've seen a 37% increase in heat-related equipment failures in just the last 4 years. The bottom line is, our infrastructure just wasn't built to handle these kinds of sustained extreme temperatures.
It's also really important we understand what we're actually preparing for, right? A localized outage, that might affect your block for a few hours, that's an inconvenience. But a widespread blackout, that can take out whole regions for days, maybe even weeks. That's a potential disaster. And that's what we're focusing on today.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But let's shift gears and talk about the solution. Because with the right preparation, you can turn a potential catastrophe into something that, while not fun, is definitely manageable. It all starts with a solid plan and the right kit.
Now, your plan doesn't have to be some 50-page document, but it absolutely has to answer these 3 questions. First, if your house gets dangerously hot, where are you going to go? Do you have a friend's place, a cooling center? Second, how are you going to talk to each other if cell towers are down? And third, who's in charge of what? Figuring this out now means no panicking later. All right, let's talk about your kit. First things first, we've got to tackle the most immediate threats in a heat wave: dehydration and overheating. The gold standard is 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 days. But don't sleep on the simple stuff. Battery-powered fans, those cooling towels you just get wet, these things can be absolute lifesavers. Okay, the other half of your kit is all about health and power. Obviously, you need any prescription meds, have at least a week's supply. A first aid kit, food you don't have to cook, that's all essential. And for power, portable battery stations have become a total game changer. Unlike a big generator, they're safe to use inside, which makes them perfect for apartments or just for keeping your phone and a fan running.
Okay, now for the moment of truth. The lights flicker and die. It's hot and it's getting hotter. What you do in these first few minutes and hours is absolutely critical. First thing on your mind should probably be food. The number 1 most important rule: keep the fridge and freezer doors shut. Your refrigerator is only good for about 4 hours if you don't open it. A completely full freezer can make it up to 48 hours. But after that, the motto is simple and non-negotiable. When in doubt, throw it out.
Food is important, sure, but your most immediate danger, your number 1 priority, is the heat itself. Without air conditioning, your body is going to be under a tremendous amount of stress.
You absolutely have to know these signs. Heat exhaustion is serious. You'll feel dizzy, nauseous. Your skin might be cold and clammy. That's your body's warning signal. But heat stroke, that is a 5-alarm fire medical emergency. If someone has a high temperature, hot red skin, they're confused, or they have a really fast, strong pulse, you need to call 911 immediately. Don't wait. It is truly life-threatening. Okay, a really quick but incredibly important safety warning. If you're using a gas generator, it has to be outside. It needs to be at least 20 feet away from any door or window, and you have to point the exhaust away from your house. Carbon monoxide is odorless, colorless, and it is a silent killer. It's one of the leading causes of death during blackouts. Don't take the risk. And then, finally, you hear the hum of the AC, and the lights come back on. It's an amazing feeling. But hold on, you're not quite out of the woods yet. We need to talk about how to recover safely, and, just as importantly, how to get even better prepared for the next time. So, when the power kicks back on, resist that urge to plug everything in at once. The grid can be a little shaky at first, and a power surge could fry your expensive appliances. There's a sequence to this. Just wait 10 or 15 minutes to make sure the power is stable. Then, turn on your AC. Next, your fridge and freezer. After that, you can gradually add other big appliances and save your sensitive stuff like computers for last. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does real resilience look like? It really comes down to this: have a written plan. Keep your supplies stocked. Always put safety first. And please, connect with your neighbors. Your community can be your greatest asset. And finally, after any event, talk about what went right and what went wrong so you can make your plan even stronger.
So we'll leave you with this one question to really think about, because it's not a matter of if this is going to happen again. It's really just a matter of when. So ask yourself honestly, if the power went out right now, are you truly prepared?